something like that. This line is a sort of watershed, and as it comes up here, what's going to happen is this side of the line drops into the shirt down here. So here's the turnover coming. This now becomes the inside, and therefore it's going to drop back here. This one will be coming in to meet that over here eventually. Then under here, this will be quite heavily undercut, so that this line here will come up as if it's coming on the inside here, and in fact it does. The strip is visible flipped over on this side. So this is the line here, and it joins in with the inside of the shirt there, and that becomes the button line, and then the button line on this side is actually going to run up and underneath. Don't excavate too much yet, because this actually is quite a fragile part of the carving as it flips over, and on this side these two parts are the most fragile. So we would just want to try and get this inner face of the shirt sorted. In other words, all this bit here here's this nice line coming along here and round. I'm not undercutting, but I'm making sure I've got it. It comes up and down to the edge of the collar here. I'm really looking carefully at my model at this stage, and I notice that as I come round here and open this up, I need to go underneath, so I am following the form around and starting to undercut, because obviously there's an inside to the collar here, and eventually this background and this will be cleaned up and quite undercut, big shadow under there. So I'm really working on just one side at the moment, getting this right, and then I'll bring this side in. So I'm leading this other side down to the first edge. It's important to try and get your head around what's happening here, how the shirt works. Here's the button, and here's the outer edge of this side. This is the outer edge of this other side, and it has to come across and over as if it was tied to the button without this being here. So this is the important edge. So all this now has to be cut away and down in here, so the edge here, the edge line, is now this line here. So obviously, in the same way this is cut both sides, this has to be cut both sides. So once we've established that edge, we can start taking wood away from this side here, checking our model, and also from this side, and all this will be eventually undercut. As you create this face, you'll find that it naturally undercuts. The form naturally goes underneath. So just as on this side, you can start undercutting here and then cleaning up here and into here. So this side is coming across and over, and then here I've taken wood down. I haven't undercut anything at the moment, kept it quite strong. So you can see this edge now, and it should make a sort of logical sense. What I suggest you do now is to finish off this whole section in here and undercutting there, so that we're left really with this little section to deal with. It's quite delicate, we need to take it carefully. Use backbent tools, backbent gouges in here, and run the hanger as far across as you can, and make sure you've got some nice deep shadows under there. You can use a template from a bit of card to check that this is flat at the back. Make sure it's going under the shirt. And also here in the hanger, you can make a little template of the line and make sure that that's running through. You find also that coming this way as well can help remove some of that the wood, and getting the V-tool in this way, but be careful not to lever on this edge here. A screw chisel will help you get right into this tight recess there. There it is. Well, this is great, looking at the shirt the right way up now, and looking very much like a shirt. All this undercutting and this shadow really begins to make it look very three-dimensional. We're left with this area here, and you can see I've left wood under the collars at the edge and inside here. All this is buttressing this edge, and our job now is to thin this edge of the shirt and again get that convincing idea of the fabric turning over. And this is the most delicate part, because this fibre now, these fibres in this edge, they're quite short, the whole thing is very vulnerable. So you need to take this quite delicately, make sure your tools are really sharp, you're not going to lever on anything, and check your model for all the way that the fabric flows. I'm going to have a cup of tea and have a break, take a deep breath before I start tackling that.